Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Kristy Taylor. I am a social impact career coach, and I am so excited to be here today. I'm going to attempt to film this without my glasses, but I still have to see my notes, so I'm going to be talking through my phone. Now, we have been talking a little bit about like what is a social impact career coach, and in the last video, I explained to you exactly what it is, so you can go check that video out if you haven't watched it already. But I want to talk a little bit in this particular video, like why is career branding so important? And this actually applies to anybody, whether you are a social impact professional or not. But because this is a competitive market, it is so important for us to just have this conversation, right? So I mentioned competition. And so when I talk about like why this is important and give you my top 5 reasons, you being different from your competitors is like literally number one, right? This is a competitive job market. It is really interesting because when we start to narrow it down, there's always a shortage of healthcare professionals, right? And over 100, when we look out and project out the number of doctors over the next 10 years, we're looking at being almost 145,000 short. So the job market is really competitive, but there are openings. So it's very interesting. But, these are careers that often require a lot of skill sets. So you want to make sure that when you're able to differentiate yourself from other people who are seeking jobs in this sector, because you having a career brand, it helps you to stand out from the crowd because you're able to highlight your unique skills and experiences and values. So remember, I talked a little bit about my values, which is being innovative, being able to maximize impact, and that's really why I do this coaching business, because I like to help the people who help the people, right? And you being able to differentiate yourself, it helps you to distinguish yourself as not only someone who's different, but you can stand out as an expert. You have to focus on developing your career brand very early on. And sometimes it takes us a few years. When we graduate college, we're trying to figure it out. But once you figure out that career path, then you need to have a plan to get to where you want to go. In the social impact sector in particular, like you have to be experienced fundraising, being able to manage projects, resources, all of those things. You need to be able to show that skill set, and it should be highlighted in your resume. And if you don't have those experiences, that's something that you need to go and seek if you build it over time. And so differentiation is important, but also credibility, right? I mentioned that your brand builds credibility. I've been doing this work for years as a career coach, but this is me stepping out on faith and sharing my experiences with you because it builds credibility, because now there's a social imprint on what I'm doing. I mean, I've already had books and things out there that I've published, but you being credible. Imagine applying for a job where you have to have fundraising and project management experiences, but you have none, right? And the pushback is, well, I want those opportunities, but nobody has given it to me. But there's usually in organizations opportunities to volunteer, to be on work groups, to support different initiatives. So you can kind of gain that experience through some of the work that you do, even if it's not like directly related to your job. Like you might serve on committees, you might be doing volunteer work in your community. Like I've worked with clients where we've taken projects that they've done in their community, not necessarily the job they do every day, and we've packaged it up to be part of their career brand. Because you building credibility in this sector or any job that you go to, you having credibility and trust amongst employers and partners and stakeholders in the social impact sector is important. And the higher that you go in your career, the more important you having to have, I would say, like as a career coach, where I think social proof is important, but you have to have some type of proof as to the type of work that you've done. And it's all about how you package that together. And that's what someone like me, like this is what I'm here to do for you, right? I'm going to help you to look at all of your body of work, and we're going to work together to determine which direction you want to take your career path, or even if you don't know right now, like what are the possibilities based on your skill set? What skills do you need to develop? And if it's like broad, then we'll package you in a way where we focus on the skill set that you have. Like this person has great project management, budgeting, even if it's like not a specific role that you're seeking to pursue. So that's one example. And then visibility, right? Because you being known for what you do and being seen. Remember I said that you have to have proof. The proof is in the pudding. People need to be able to see the results of what you've done. I tell clients this over and over and over, right? When you have a resume or your career brand is just like some generic statement that's basically a job description, that's not going to work to get you the salary that you want. You have to have, I always say when I'm writing, action, impact, result. But the only way to achieve action, impact, result is to actually do things that are actionable, have impact, and that have gotten results. So you need to be volunteering. You need to be working on projects. It's going to give you some visibility to those people that really count within your organization, because the most important thing about reputation is what people say about you when you are not in the room, right? So be visible.